Hi, and welcome back to our Taskstream tutorials. By this time, you should have already been registered in Taskstream, paid to get in, and you should have already been assigned to a teacher or class, and you should see these two things set up right here. Again, we did that in the last two tutorials. So we're ready to go. We're ready to start working on our portfolio now. And we're going to be in Ed 422, we're going to be working in the CSUSM local TPE. This is your TPA, and that will be handled during your student teaching time and that kind of stuff. So we're going to click in here. And when you get in here, what you're going to have is you're going to have a list of some TPEs that you're going to be meeting. And our class is obviously going to be doing the technology TPE. And oops, let me get rid of this real quickly so that yours is, yes, I do want to delete that. So we're back to what yours looks like. And just remember that the directions here are a little triangle that you can open and close. And these are the five ISTE standards that we're going to meet as instructors to show that we have technology literacy to work with our students. Okay, so we're going to keep that closed there. And so what we're going to do is we've got to create areas in this portfolio. This is where your portfolio is going to live, and this is where your instructor is going to be putting comments in there and doing that kind of stuff. So the first thing we want to do is just get the text area set up. So we're going to go down here and we're going to add a text and image area. And when you do that, you get this cool little word processor that comes up, very similar to WebCT, but a little bit nicer colors and that kind of stuff. And then this is where you're going to start writing your stuff down. Okay. So for my class, the first thing we do is we just kind of get our area organized by the standards. So what I have them do is you guys are going to come over here and we just kind of highlight these 5 standards here, and we're going to copy those, and then we're going to go back over here and we're going to paste. And it's kind of a weird thing that pops up. You have to paste into here first with a little V there, and then you can say okay, and then it comes in. So we have the 5 areas set up, and what we're going to eventually do is we're going to have each one of these areas written to. Okay. One of the first assignments I have them work on is making a grade assignment where we're using a digital grade book. We talk about putting that up on the web. And so in this one of the standards talks about using technology to communicate relevant information. And so grades are relevant information. So I say I use electronic grading programs to communicate relevant information to students, parents, and the community. So we'll expand a lot more on that, but that would be like a beginning of an entry there. You can kind of, oops, I don't want to do that. We can kind of bring that in a little bit. I know there's a tool up here. Where's that indent tool? There it is. Okay, so we can have that kind of set in. And then we're going to say save and return. And so then when you save and return, you get your little text area now has some stuff in it. So in section 3, I've started a little entry here, and we're going to expand on that quite a bit as we go through it. And as you communicate back and forth with your instructor, you'll have these all filled out by the end. Okay. The one thing you need to do in here is you need to talk about, yeah, you can save this, but how are you going to prove this? So we're going to go back into edit, and what we're going to have here is once we edit this, is right after this, or even before the period, in parentheses, we're going to say see grading example below. And we can have this just so all this kind of standardized. You can have these kind of in quotes here below. And what that is referring to is the attachment area. And so when you get down here, what we're going to need to do now is we're going to need to add an attachment area. So we're going to click on attachments, and then a file saved on your computer. It might be on your USB drive or wherever it's saved. We're going to choose the file, and I think I've got one here. And let's just say, for example, so we don't have to spend time here, that this is your making a grade file. So you click on that, you bring that up, and ours was, and then down here you can name the file. So you can call this a grading example. And then in here you're going to do a description similar to the Google bookmark or your bookmark assignment where you had that. So this is an example of an output that I created using the grading program making the grade. Okay, make that sound a little bit better. My wording's a little rough there. And then you're going to say add the file. Okay, you don't need to attach a standard, just add the file. It'll come up, and there it is, grading example, save and return. And the one thing you want to do is, and I thought I did this, I thought I did this on purpose, is that I want to make sure that this section right here matches what it says down here. A lot of times you guys will say making the grade here, and you'll say grading program here, but make sure it's exactly the same. You can see that I did that, so it's exactly the same. So where it says see below, now it looks like the attachment area is there. Okay, so that's how that's going to work, and eventually you're going to have all these filled in. What you want to do then is, even before that, is get some feedback or some comments from your instructor. So what we're going to do is you're going to request comments here once you have this filled out. And I can't request comments, so I'm just going to have to kind of walk you through this. But you're going to request comments. You're going to tell them TPE 14. Then you're going to select your instructor who you should be assigned to, so you should see that person's name there as one of your choices. And then it comes to us as instructors, and then what we get on our side is we go to Reviewer tab, and we go into CSUSM Local TPEs, and then we get this little thing, you have requests. So I've got a couple of requests here that I got to take care of people like you who have got it done and are now asking for my feedback on what you've written and that kind of stuff. And we're going to go back and forth like this for a while until you get something that looks like, let's do this. I'll show you one person's here. I got permission from him to show you. But the feedback area can kind of looking like this. If we're in TPE 14, you can see that it goes back and forth from me, and then from him leaving comments and all kinds of instructions. And then eventually at the end, you're going to get a congratulations, you are done for Ed 422. And when you get that, you're done. Your instructor will put the score in for the task stream, and your grade should be updated. Okay? I hope that helps. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.